With this apple.
This apple.
I just gotta kick it.
Hey. Yeah, well, believe me, that was an easy one. That started smelling about 2 months ago. And there's no chicken farms around. And I thought, well, yeah, they're just going to spread it on that field. But it's been there 2 months. And I'll bet you money that that school complained. There's housing right across the street. And they got to move it. So maybe they're just moving it to that farm. I don't know. But they've actually put a moratorium on those chicken houses in my county, which I'm a little surprised because it's a broke county. But I'm glad they did it because let me tell you, that chicken shit, no matter how they ventilate it or clean it or whatever, it's not like cow manure. It's not like cow manure. It smells, and I bet that's why they're moving it. Nah, they grow hay there for horses. They bale it, or cows, or whatever they use it for. And it's just a small lot, actually. And it stinks like shit. I mean, like terrible. I read an article. Now, this is just one article. And it said it lowers your property value by 40% if one of those is within 3 miles of where you live. Yeah. I'm really going to be doing some heavy reading this next week on chickens. Yeah. Well, not down south, man. Not here. It's a Wild West, man. You know how many buildings permits I needed for that house I built? None. Zero. Not a one. Well, I'll tell you this. Like, different odors affect different people different ways. And like, I don't really think cow or horse shit smells that bad. But chicken shit smells bad. Like gagging bad. Yeah. Well, if it's ammonia, why isn't it in the other shit? Hi, Skip. Athens, Georgia, UGA, University of Georgia, Athens. Yeah, dogs, they barely pulled one out Saturday. It's amazing how I mean, that's the big thing, moneymaker for the school. Yeah, I'm the same way, Skip. It really doesn't make sense to me. Especially at the pro level. I appreciate the athleticism. But in the last 10 years, I've made a slow decline in my interest in sports. Oh, yeah, I remember when Iowa and Iowa State were good. Remember that guy, Chuck Long? Oh, okay. I got tacos, ahi tacos, and I'm eating one of these kick-ass caramel apples. Yeah, isn't that funny? I don't know why I thought of him, to tell you the truth. Weird. I don't know what it is, but these college towns, I love them all, even though I don't really agree with their political ideology in general. All these towns look alike: Illinois, Michigan State, Madison, Wisconsin, UGA, Southern Mississippi. Didn't something bad happen to Chuck Long? Yeah, it's just like this. Yeah, Champaign, yep. I spent a lot of time down around the architecture, the record stores, the restaurants, coffee shops. It's just the same. Yeah, well, even just sitting here, like where I live, you guys know what that's like. And I love it. And I wouldn't change the situation that I have. But like tonight's a perfect example. I did laundry all day today and other shit around the house. And I need about 20 minutes of socialization a day. So when I got done with all that shit around 6, sorry about that. I like country drives and I like being out at night. So at 6 o'clock, I didn't want to read till I went to bed. So here I am. It takes me 55 minutes to get here. Get out of here, Mohammed. Fucking weirdo. Nobody asked you. No, I just don't want you coming up. Now get out of here before I block your dumb ass. Thank you, Janice. This is like, it's so crazy how the similarities in the architecture, not just the school buildings, but the residences. Thank you, Janice. She's delivering Chick-fil-A. I think Chick-fil-A is okay, but nothing to write home about. You know, that operation's a big Christian thing. They're from not that far from around here, the Chick-fil-A founders. I mean, that's what you're into. Good for you. Yeah, really super good. Like the best. It's a Michigan-based company. And I get them wherever I can. Panama City Beach, Kentucky, Michigan. The one in Ann Arbor, Michigan's closed and it's been there like 40 years. Said their rent got too high. Sweetest lady in the world ran it with her daughters. It is 78 degrees, gorgeous out. It's part of the reason why I came up here. This is blocked off permanently. I love summer nights like this. Now, if I had a good moon coming up tonight, I would have stayed home. But I stayed home all day, caught up on things, did laundry, moved some big spider webs. And when 6 o'clock came, I didn't want to be home anymore. And I could go to Thompson. Augusta's good, but it's not this good for like, I wouldn't call this action, but just a nice ambiance. Get out of here, Jane Ant. Weirdo. Don't come back either. This seems like a fair. I will say this though. Time are like the nicest kids, like the old days, like happy days. Lawrence Welk, polite, no purple hair, metal in their face. Fucking dust mites have been a major problem for me. I've launched an all-out blitzkrieg. I don't even see this Peggy's comments. I mean, I used to be able to like go between two chats. I don't even see that button anymore. Oh, now I see it. No, that's not true, Peggy. Shut up. Quit passing false medical information out. Full of shit. Yeah, no. I think you had a dust mite eat your common sense. That is so stupid you'd say something like that. You are one of the dumbest people that's ever come on the chat. Peg, have you ever had your IQ tested? Yeah, that's how dumb Peggy is. I got the last two cleaning ladies pregnant. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "There's nothing wrong with it." See, on this phone setup on the bottom, it's black, and you can't see like the first comment. Not hiring a cleaning lady. You need to mind your own business. Good job, Janice. Good job. Bye-bye, Peggy. Go clean some dust mites. Because you're not going to be talking to anybody on here. You're going walkie bye-bye. On that dust mite thing, though, but I'll tell you this. I'm just going to have to live with the damn thing because I'm not... If you read what they say to do for dust mites, I'm not going through all that bullshit. I'm just not. I'm not running around all fucking day like Richard Simmons with a dust mop. Yeah. I'll tell you, they told me this 40 years ago. And they have bothered the hell out of me a couple times. They had a couple miniature greyhounds I used to let sleep with me. That's one of the main reasons they don't tell you not to have your pet sleep with you. 'Cause- and I'm gonna switch my sheet more and my pillowcase more. But 9% of things, including dust mites. So what I'm gonna get, what I started to do today, is put a light spray of this shit after I get out of bed. Don't let, if the pillow falls on the floor, I got those polished concrete floors, spray it. Don't be putting anything back into the bed. No shit. I mean, I'm not bullshit gay. I mean, we're like okay clean. Got gay clean. Yeah, I got shit laying around. Fuck yeah. In some of the places. Yeah, I'll admit it to you. Which is why I got fucking dice mites. I know it. I mean, no shit. It's no secret. You came over. You know why I got them. Salt and dust mites. I dust a little more. I spray this stuff all over. I'm not going to be like... They live off dead skin cells. And I'm pretty sure that's how I got hives. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. And they like damp areas too. And when I got them all 3 times, it was like, I wasn't using my air conditioning and it was damp. Oh, it's a fucking hassle. You better believe it. But those hives, man, when I get them now, it hasn't been bad since I've been taking a allergy pill, Allegra D. But when I had a couple outbreaks of those, man, I didn't feel good. It wasn't just red, itchy blotches. It was like feeling like shit. I don't want to get them anymore. So it motivated me to dig into this a little further. Yeah. I knew dust. And another thing too, I'm going to get one of those expensive vacuums because, I'll give you an example. I've got a shop vac and shit, not being gay. Well, if you ever watch anybody with a shop vac, I mean, that's like a fucking jet engine out of the back of that thing. I mean, there's just so much fucking shit coming out of there. If you didn't have dust mite allergies, you had no allergies, your nose will be getting stuffy, your eyes will be watered, and you don't even know how bad it is, that exhaust coming out of those industrial vacs. I'm going to get a HEPA one. Even I know it's going to be expensive, but because it's true, man. Plus, and I'm also going to try and wipe off as many things as I can instead of turning that fucking blower on. Because it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that I got this little handheld Black & Decker thing that's convenient. Yeah, it's convenient, but it also sucks in all the big shit. I bet it's blowing all those dust mites out the exhaust. Fucking afraid to vacuum anymore. Yeah, they can. Yep. And I got them right where they say those fucking dust mites, like Eltis, if it's a little hot out. Yeah. Yeah, they can cause hive. I bet you money it is. Now, maybe not. We'll find out, but I think it is. I mean, Marty got chewed up by these, and then we put 2 and 2 together. And I felt like shit, man. The one time I got him, it's like, holy shit, I don't think you could get hives any worse. Had them on my chest, my arms, stomach, between my legs, all over my ass. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. It's like, what the fuck is doing this? You know, so for the last like few months, I've been like cutting out foods, thinking what was triggering it. I thought it might have been that material on that couch on my porch. Well, now I know it's the fucking dust mites. They live out there too, hot and moist, skin cells on it. Fuck. They probably thought they were on vacation. Yeah, turboback. Yeah, I'm gonna get a HEPA thing. Hard to say, you know. I thought I just had a, you know, guy. I don't know anybody that used stuff, so I didn't think it was like, oh wow, what's this? Shit. Long as I could remember, if I ran a big vacuum, you could tell it stirred up the dust. So I didn't really put two and two together till lately, and this I still could be wrong, but I'm just telling you that I'm being more careful. She doesn't know what she's talking about. That's somebody that started a new ID that doesn't like me, that's been blocked, and just comes on and starts talking that shit. Hey, Murph. Hey, I was just have a guy telling me that there's a lot of crime in Aiken. Oh, do you really? Yeah, but I mean, are they? But doorknobs would be for bacteria, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be for dust mites, would it? You know, next time I'm going to do this thing horizontally. I think I can see the things better. I think I can see the comments better. I'm in UGA, University of Georgia, downtown Athens. Well, I thought that too, but now I think it's this dust mite shit. Because you could do it, like right now, like last night it was a big night. You know, now you're getting the dew point, the temperature, the dew point is matching the temperature, so you're getting a lot of like condensation at night. It's really kind of perfect. And, you know, everything's wet in the morning. But the sun comes out and it's been really kind of dry here, and I would have thought that would have taken care of it. But there are times when the, you know, temperatures that where it's just, during the summer, it's like mold is all over. I thought it could have been mold too. Oh, good for you. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I'm just going to keep plugging away. You know, I think this is it though, dust mites. Pretty sure. I've got a war on dust mites. Oh yeah, I've been there before. I've been to Alabama, Alabama before. Yeah, it's nice down there. You know what's weird? There's so many variations in hair, and it's like not alive when it grows out of your head. It's so weird. You wouldn't think there'd be that many variations on something that wasn't living. Mold, yeah, there's a lot of that. I mean, it could be mold, but see, I got the AC on. I've had it on. Marty has it on all the time. And it's dry, so there's no mold. So that kind of got scratched off the list. Oh, no, Kim. What'd you major in? I had a veterinarian down in Florida when I was raising birds. She went to Auburn. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool. Now, are you doing something like that over where you're living now? With 78 people wearing jackets. It's like this like all the time down here. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. What time is it? I don't have a, can't see the, they used to see the time on all posts, but it's not on there anymore. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Hey, what? Somebody tell me what time it is. It's got to be what, about 9:05. Oh, okay. 9:09. Okay, yeah, that's about right. Thank you. I had to park a little bit further than normal. Parking around here is a bitch, but now that I've been like, coming down here and getting familiar with places, I know where there's spots usually. They really rack you for parking down here. It's like all these college towns, like big tickets. Yeah. There's a big homeless issue down here. Oh, thank you. And it's a beautiful drive here. Now, at dark, you don't see much, but, a beautiful sunset. Moon's coming up real late. It's only like, I think, 28%. So that's why I came up here. I had good food. I didn't feel like eating any of that crap at home. There's no place near me to eat any good. Mexican and Thompson, that's it. And I've been on an earlier schedule. We used to have all night chats all night long. 38. So when like midnight comes, when I used to like just go on, I'm like tired. I don't feel like. And I'll tell you, I've tried my ass off for interviews. Just haven't had anything good. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. I mean, there's homeless sleeping all over down here on the benches. This is one of those sanctuary cities. I don't know if they quit doing that or not. Yeah, that'd be cool working at the Olympics. They got a lot of cool stores here, stuff. Oh, big time, hell yeah. And they coddle them almost. I mean, you go talk to any business owner, they hate it because they won't do anything about it. It's getting worse. I know the state was threatening to withhold money if they didn't do something about it, like tent cities and stuff. But, the people that are elected, they got there because of their attitude on this, just like Ann Arbor. Hash bash. They're not going to prosecute you for prostitution anymore or mushrooms. And that's kind of one of these places. But with that, if you're a business person, look at San Francisco as an example. It's a fucking dump. I mean, it'd be the worst place in the world to own a business. And Chicago's not far behind. That crazy Lightfoot, that nutty mayor that almost put him out of business. Instead of getting arrested for something $100 and over, she changed it to $1,000. Yeah, that's why all the windows are boarded up down there. They're anticipating a smash and grab. Yeah, yep. Yeah, homeless is a big ass problem here. And it's funny because, that here they are, they just let the homeless do whatever they want, ruin your business. And then they'll break it off in your ass so hard for parking, it's unbelievable. I mean, like, no shit. Like $75 an expired meter. Just on your ass constantly. They're so anti-business, it's ridiculous. But if you look at like the figures, you talk to people that have had businesses, you're going to get a handful that are killing it, some that are barely making it, and a bunch that go out of business. And the reason for that is no matter how good business is through the school year, there are very few businesses in this day and age that can afford to not have any customers from basically the middle of April till September. It's just the way it is. Oh, thank you. Oh, I hope you do, man. Yeah, I got lucky. Luck's got a lot to do with it. Yeah, I got lucky. I wouldn't even be down here if it wasn't for sending a guy. I decided to quit collecting things. So I sold all my Civil Wars, good shit. And this guy down here, I sent him a panoramic photo. It was like pilots in front of like B-29 bombers, those old yard-long photos. And it was in glass. And I said to him when he won it. I think I should take this out of the frame. It's probably not going to get it. He said, no, just go ahead and send it. So actually, I built a frame for it, like a wooden frame, padded the shit out of it. I couldn't have packed it better. It got there in about 1 million pieces. So the minute he told me that, I gave him a full refund. And then we got talking, and where do you live? And I knew I sent it to Georgia. When we get talking, time goes by. He said, you got any other stuff like that? And it's like, yeah, I sold him a few more things. And then he ended up buying everything that I had. And we just started getting friends. And, I was going fucking crazy up there in Michigan. I wasn't talking to my sister any longer. That's who I moved up there to help. And we weren't having any winters. And that was part of the reason why I decided to move back to Michigan. I had a good friend of mine die in Chicago, which is why I left there. And it's just this fucking separated from my wife. Some other guy's down there fucking her. And, I can't even, I'm so goddamn depressed that I can't even, get it together enough to file a fucking divorce. So as time goes on, we get to know each other through the phone, and both of us are loners. It's so weird. And, he said, why don't you come down here and check it out? It's like, fuck that. I lived there before, which I did. I lived in Woodstock, Georgia for about 2 months. And it was kind of a deal where my wife said that I was controlling and that, I was always picking everything, and then I had to try it down there. Well, I did for 2 months. Fuck this. We won't get married then. I'll move back to fucking Michigan. She said, okay, I'll go back to Michigan. So that's how that happened. So I'd lived here before. I didn't like it there. You couldn't even buy a fucking dirty magazine there. That was 1985, 6. Dry County. What the fuck? No peep shows, no strip clubs, no escorts. I thought, God, I was already in fucking misery and I hadn't even moved in. I bought an octagon home, 8-sided. No big deal, a couple $100,000. Now you think that's really cool. I bet it was really cool. Not really. And not only that, it was hard to insure. Once you get out of the box with a standard home, insurance companies are reluctant to insure you because if it burns down to the ground, who are they going to get to replace it? I ended up renting it and selling it and doing okay. So anyway, he says, come on down. So I just drove down here one time, spent a few days in my Astro van, and then I drove over to Hilton Head. He's got a house over there. And then went back to Michigan. He said, you really ought to come down here, man. I got a place you could stay. And I said, fuck yeah, that's a good idea, man. I was about out of my mind anyway. About ready to blow my fucking head off, to tell you the truth. So I really did it. I thought, you're right, man. It's went for broke. And so here I am. Came down, really basically never went back. Wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing, kept my condo in Michigan. And then I waited 2 years before I sold it. Which, before I built the house and all that bullshit. Right now, I'm not bullshitting you one bit. It seems to me like I'm living a fucking dream. I swear to God it does, man. This doesn't even seem real to me. I'm living in fucking Georgia. Now, they got a lot of mentally ill up here, too, as you're going to soon see. Worse than me. So that's the fucking deal. And here I am. I'm happy I'm down here, too, to be honest with you. I really like it down here. There's a lot of, blight and shit. And that kind of thing. I don't think I got much cash. I do have $5. I have a $5 bill. Hey, here you go.
Hey, man, thank you.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you so much.
All right. Nice night, isn't it?
I know, right?
Yeah. I had a contractor build it. Contractor guy hired a builder. No permits. Looking like the Wild West down here. You believe that shit? No fucking permits. Yeah, Drew, yeah, it was just, I mean, honest to God, man, you know, and there's more to that fucking story. You know, I was in a couple fucking mental hospitals too, right before I met this guy. So, I mean, he knew that, you know, I told him the fucking truth, because that was actually how I decided to quit collecting things. You know, when you're in a fucking nut house, there's not a lot to do besides think, realize, you know, just think. Like me right now, being here, I'm thinking to myself, God damn, man, I don't believe I ended up here. You know, you get in situations, good and bad. This is a good situation. That was a bad. You're in a fucking mental hospital, and you know, you've been taken there against your will. And other than breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there's nothing to do besides think. And while I was in there, really, I did have like a kind of a come to Jesus moment, and really thought to myself, you know, I'm not doing any more fucked up shit in my life. No lies, no like cheating on your income tax, none of that. And part of that journey was I didn't want to collect anything. I really associated collecting with mental illness. It's obsessive compulsive. You're never happy. That's all you do. I mean, I was so obsessed with collecting things. And I just decided while I was there, I'm not collecting anything. So when I got out, I had my fucking, part of one of the deals that I got in, I got my driver's license suspended for 6 months. Part of what led me to the fucking nut house. And I just thought, well, I'm not going to be able to really go out and make any more. Oh, and I had a guy, I sold a detective agency, and a guy defaulted. He owed me about $420,000. He never paid. And so that was a lot of money to miss out on. And I was just honestly too goddamn depressed to fucking do anything. Work. I thought to myself, there's no fucking way I'm going back to work in this mental state. So I just decided I sold. Part of the reason I sold my stuff is because I promised myself I'd quit collecting and just spend more time educating myself on different subjects. And the other reason was, yeah. No, you don't need to pray. I think I got $5. I think I got $6. All right, hang on here. There's $6. There's 5. And here's 6. All right, good luck. Hope things get better for you. Yep. So, yeah, so I needed some, I wasn't getting paid, and I had a fucking lot of good shit too. So I thought I gotta sell some of this fucking shit to survive. My condo was paid off, so I had low living expenses. So that's how the whole thing worked out for me. I got fucking lucky. Now my buddy, he's like the greatest guy in the world. And you know, I'm not a guy that's ever really hung out with guys, hung around. And neither is he. It's so fucking weird. And like we're exactly alike in so many ways. It's unbelievable. And we get along like great, like perfect. Never even close to an argument, nothing. It's like reading each other's mind. He's got a wife. He's like a super successful business guy. He was the one that said, look, just got to build a house, get the fuck out of there. I mean, this couldn't have happened a million fucking years to me. No way. I mean, I was fucking already older, you know, not doing shit, fucking bad state of mind. And I got fucking lucky, man, honest to God. And, you know, I don't think, like, you know, I've always kind of been the way I am, minus like the 100% straight. You know, like, you know, I fucked around with a lot of bullshit, fucking around, affairs and shit like that. I'd never do anything like that. I don't lie either. I mean, I do lie sometimes, but not to defraud anybody or anything. Like if a big fat broad came up to me right now and said she just got this dress, how did it look? I'd say it looked great. That kind of shit. I'll lie about that, along those lines, but nothing to like deceive a customer or anything with significance. I mean, I shouldn't even be fucking lying to the fat bras, but I think you can understand that. You justify anything that you do, which is what I did. So that's how I got down here. And then by the time I sold my shit, I had some money, and I was owed a ton of money for my Florida place, but she never wanted to pay me, so I had to sue her for divorce. And I'm left with the choice now of getting her thrown out of there because she can't come up with any money. She's in a bind. She can't. The Florida property has went up so much that even if you have your house paid for, it's expensive to live there. So she's put a lot of time into this place. However, I built the goddamn thing. And here's the fucking $50,000 question on this thing. It was always assumed her parents had more money than they did. Cheap, frugal, never bought anything. And when the mom died, including the house, she had about $1,200,000. But instead of splitting it between Sherry and her brother, her sister died, she had another brother die. There were only the two of them. She split it between. What is it? Oh, it's tore up? Well, that's all of it?
Yeah, that's all what you gave.
Oh, check that. What's that? Hold on a second. What the fuck it is? That's all of it?
Yeah, this is what you gave me.
God damn it. I mean, look. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. That is so weird. What the hell happened to it there? I think I gave that guy a 5. I bet he's got the other half of it. That guy down there. But here's the whole one. Go give him that part of that 5, will you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, he's got, that's what happened. He's got the rest of it. Thanks for doing that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the situation on that. Yeah, I had that 5 was told. Let's see if he does that or not. Yeah, he's giving it to him, look. Sorry about that. Well, yeah, actually she owes me about $2 million, to be honest with you. Oh, what I was going to tell you, so here's another fucking deal. So it shows you ups and downs of life. So I buy this property down there, and I sold that detective agency for like $1,300,000. Like, so fucking lucky, man. I mean, I was broke at 25. I started that detective agency at 25. Did it for like 10 years. Was making crazy money. I was making almost $300,000 a year. In like 87, 88, shit like that. Honest to God, just like fucking printing money. So this is another story I'll tell you someday. I thought I was going to get charged with a federal indictment, which I didn't. All my friends did. About half went to prison, half got house arrest. I know 3 cops that lost their jobs. I'll tell you about that some other time. So I thought that I was the chance that's going to lose this fucking gravy train. I know that they were leaning on the other people to try and rat me out, and none of them did it. And I later found out it didn't have anything to do with that. The reason that I wasn't indicted was because when they tapped the phones, I was on vacation. They got everybody talking shit but me. That's why I didn't get charged, but I didn't know that. So I'm thinking, man, this gravy train's about ready to come to an end. If I get charged, with the federal crime, I am fucked. And it was all over the newspapers. So I said to two guys that worked for me, I said, hey, you guys want to buy me out? It's like, well, what do you want for it? Fuck, I had no idea. Honest to God, I went on, I kind of researched it. And, it was a detective agency. It wasn't like I had a bunch of great equipment. I just had did a good job and had good clients. So anyway, I just come up with $1 million. I said, I'll finance it for you, the total package over a 10-year period. I'll give it to you for $1,300,000. And I was grossing about $1 million a year back then. So as it turns out, the one guy, he played pro baseball in and out of the minor leagues. He was looking for a career. Another guy, he'd been out of college a few years. He was looking for one. And they said, okay, we'll get back with you. They came back, no negotiation, nothing. About a week later, it's like, we'll take it. So they gave me $175,000 down, and I financed the rest of it, which included that final figure, like $1,300,000. So I got $175,000 down, and I was getting like $8,300 a month for 10 years. Just fucking insane, man. So I was sick of Michigan. I still thought that I may be charged. But by that time, I made sure all my bases were covered with regard to, look, you bought this business. I'm not there anymore. You're the new owners, just in case things went south. Never fucking happened. I moved to Florida. I was living in Orlando. I was building a brand new house in Buena Vista. One of my parrots got killed by a pit bull that I had. It was just a reaction thing. The fucking bird flopped down the ground. The dog bit it. So most of the parrot breeders were in South Florida. So I moved down to I went down to South Florida. It's like I got down there and I was like, fuck, this is so fucking cool, man. All these people breeding birds. And believe me, that detective agency shit, that wasn't easy. I sought after all the work that I went after. I marketed it. Nobody called me. I pursued the business I wanted. It's a fucking bitch. Plus with employees and keeping these fucking people happy and all this shit. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just start breeding birds. So I decided to set up a big bird breeding operation and later got into dromedary camels, the single hump. Didn't make any money, built a new bed and breakfast. And after about 5 years, I got fucking tired of it. And I was really never into marriage that much to begin with. And that's when I left my wife in 98 and moved to Chicago. Well, we were going to sell that property and that bed and breakfast in 1998. And there were I think we had about 540,000 into it, something like that. We didn't get any offers, none. So I just took off and I said, hey, I'll tell you what, I'll send the money for the payments and shit. And this went on for a little over 2.5 years. Long story short, she starts fucking the gardener. A couple more years go by, and the lady that worked there part-time I got along with pretty good, and she called me and said, hey, look, she didn't like the boyfriend. She said, I'm going to let you know what's going on here. I think you're getting fucked. So I really wasn't getting fucked because we were separated. I didn't have any, it was just kind of one of these things that, I had a hell of a time trying to get away from my wife. I just could not fucking do it, man. I kept getting back with her for the whole fucking time I knew her since 1979. We were dating, but I knew her since 77. Just kept, and I know what it is. I look back on that, and it's just not. I was a fucking wild motherfucker. Sex addict, crazy, hot-headed, fucking moody. So I always knew in the back of my mind that I wasn't going to do any better. And to be honest with you, I never found better. I fucking didn't. Even since I left her in 98, I still haven't found half as good as she was. That's how fucked up you can get in the mind. But anyway, she's living with this guy. It pisses me off. I go down there. I'm going to beat his ass. Can't find him. Cops get called. All this crazy shit. And then as time went on, I think it was just getting older. I started maybe maturing. Maybe not giving a fuck. I'm not really sure what it is. But I just fucking about 2007 quit going down there. And by that time, he was entrenched living there. I think he's been fucked, who knows. So I'm starting, I told you I was depressed. I didn't really want to pursue it. I knew it'd be just a bunch of bullshit. And I knew that I'd have to file divorce in Florida, which I didn't want to be going down to that fucking place. So that's kind of what delayed it. Well, long story short, That property that I couldn't give away in 98 is worth about like $4.1 million now, which is just fucking stupid, man. It's not worth it. But it's Palm Beach County. It's 20 acres. Shit luck. I mean, every Jew in the world lives down there. Believe me, if they'd have thought for a second it'd be worth what it is today, I'd have never been able to buy it to begin with. So it was just luck. I've been lucky in so many ways. That's why when I see guys like this guy, so what? I give him $5. Big fucking deal. You know, I've been so goddamn lucky. And now what's happened is, so anyway, here's the point. So the mom dies, the money gets split up 4 ways. So she only gets about $260,000. Well, about 3 years ago, I said to her, you know, I'm thinking if she would have made a good faith effort to to offer me some money, I'd have probably fucking taken $250. You know, just to fucking, I was doing well down here. I was already making money on some property deals with Marty. And, you know, she's a good person, really. I mean, you never heard me talk bad about her. And I wanted it to work for her with her new guy. I didn't give a fuck by then. So, I said, what are you going to do with that? So the mother's house was getting sold, right? The house she grew up in. And I said, well, what are you going to do with the $250? And she was kind of gave me like a snippy answer, like, none of my fucking business. And I'm thinking, boy, kind of ticked me off because, what do you mean none of my business? You're down there fucking your goddamn boyfriend. I paid for everything. I know you've done a great job and you've babysat the place. I give you credit for that. I didn't even think I deserved half, which I didn't get. And, you know, this kind of shit went on. She said, well, I think I'm going to try and buy Mom's house back. I said, with what? She said, with the $250 down here. And I thought right then, fuck that. I'm never going to get paid. If you couldn't even say, hey, could I give you $250 to get lost? She didn't. She had no fucking intentions of paying me. So on the female side, the females in her family, including her mother who died at fucking 96 or something, they live forever. So I think, I don't know this for sure, maybe not intentional, but she just thought that if she liked it, but she couldn't afford to pay me. I think if she'd have had the money in the bank account, she'd have wrote me a check, but she didn't. So now this property is worth all this crazy money. And I lost, I appealed it, I got most of it reversed. And now she can't afford to pay it. She's tried fucking everything, I'm sure. She hasn't paid me anything from the original judgment and nothing from the second judgment. So now what I have to do, which I don't want to do, is petition the court to force a sale of the home, which means she'll have to leave. Now look, either way, she's going to end up with $3 million. So it's not too sad of a story. But I know she doesn't want to leave there. And after all, part of the reason that it's worth what it is because she babysat the goddamn place the whole time I've been gone. But I paid for it. So you get it? And I don't want to do that. So I just fucking talked to this attorney today, and they want what they wanted to do. They said, would I be willing to wait so they could sell off some of the property? It's like, no, I'm not. You haven't even made a good faith attempt at giving me anything on either judgment. I'm not waiting any longer. You've had since May 23rd of this year. I've even set private financing up with her at a low interest rate. Never called the guy back, which I get. She probably thinks it's some kind of scam. So now I just told the lawyer today, you tell her or lawyer or whoever you talk to that I'm tired of fucking around. I've been a good guy. I've lined you up financing. You've paid nothing. I'm not waiting any longer. So he's going to call her attorney tomorrow and say, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. If they don't miraculously come up with a bunch of money, I'm going to have to petition the court, and that the court forces a sale. It gets sold, and there's already 100 people trying to buy it. It's just a weird anomaly. It's this fucking Palm Beach bullshit. I mean, it's fucking nonsense. I mean, look at what acreage goes for in Loxahatchee, Florida. That's where it's at, 20 acres. It's fucking insane, man. Like I think the highest one's 5.2 million. All day long, 3.5, 4 million. It's just not fucking worth it. So that's the thing here right now. But that's how it's worked out for me. But if you look at the whole scheme of things and what I just told you, you know, I've been super lucky, which why I haven't been a dick about getting her kicked out of there. It's It's really been none of that, to be honest with you. It's been, you know, I went down there. I was going to fucking kick her boyfriend's ass early on. I'd give that motherfucker a big hug now if I saw him, because I was finally able to get away from her. And it wasn't like it was like madly in love. It's fucking weird, man. That's why when I see people like Maddie can't quit heroin and shit, believe me, I've had my own goddamn struggles with shit that didn't make sense. It wasn't dope or drugs, but it's like, motherfucker, man, this has got a goddamn invisible goddamn handcuffs on me. I just cannot get away from this fucking broad. And it wasn't like that bad. It wasn't like she was bad for me. It wasn't any of that. I just wasn't really into it, to be honest with you. I got so goddamn lucky. I fucking did, man. I've been so lucky, man. So that's what the deal is, you know what I mean? I mean, if she called me right now, I know these motherfuckers listen to my chats because they tried to use it against me in my trial. But it didn't work. I mean, they're desperate. You know, it's like a fucking cat getting cornered. Doesn't want to leave. Honestly, I think part of it, I don't know this for sure, I think she wants to get rid of that fucking boyfriend. And this is one of the only ways she's going to do it, because if that property isn't there for this motherfucker to clean and fucking check guests in and cut grass and all that shit, she'll have no use for him. I mean, this has been this way for a long time. Now, maybe it's gotten better. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. No, I never had kids. I never wanted kids. Nope. I didn't. Fuck, I didn't get married till I was 30. I didn't even want to get married then, to tell you the truth. Got a fucking ultimatum. I mean, that was another thing I was lucky on, I guess. What I should have done, though, if I had had more... I mean, I had confidence about a lot of things, like business, sports, making friends, that kind of shit. But honestly, from man to man, I thought, there is no way I'm going to meet somebody this good looking that puts up with my bullshit. So that's why I went for it. If I hadn't had such a temper and fucking porno addict and shit like that, I would have maybe held out for something better, but I knew they wouldn't have put up with my bullshit back then. And she did. She just liked me like so much I could fucking get away with murder. But I ultimately was the guy that lost. You know, I spent my whole fucking life fucking around with this bullshit rather than just having enough nuts to pull the plug early on. Yeah. So that's what happened to me. Yeah, and if let's say she was here for some reason, you know, she'd come up and say, well, I think they don't really know what to fucking think. During that divorce thing, I mean, I'm older now, right? But when I was younger, man, I was a very aggressive fucking guy. I'm not bragging about it. I mean, I fucked up her old boyfriend for trying to get tough in front of me one time. And so they knew that if push came to shove, that was no problem. And I'm sure this new boyfriend, because when I went down there the last couple times, I said, you make sure he knows if I see that motherfucker down there. You know, that kind of shit. And I never did. Well, now I'm not. Like, you know, it's a lot of times went by since then. You know, I don't want to get in that kind of, you know, trouble. I don't give a fuck that much anymore. But back then I did. I mean, fucking psycho, man. I'm not kidding you. Like jealous fucking lunatic fucking psycho. Seriously. I mean, a big problem. I never got in trouble over it, though, for some reason. But I was like the most jealous fucking guy in the world. But so, anyway, what I was going to say, when we were in court, the fuck is that noise? When we were in court, they wouldn't even look me in the face. Matter of fact, when it got adjourned for lunch, there was an elevator. One was broke, and there was one working, and they got on it, and I got on it, and they got off. I mean, I don't think that's nothing to brag about. Now, when I was young, I would have thought, yeah, it's good you came to your sense. But now that I'm old, like, I don't give a fuck about that stupid shit. You know, it's fucking really a bad behavior to have. You know? It's just a bad way to be. You know, it's not nothing to be proud of. Yeah, fuck, who knows how you get that way? That's why you see these shows on TV. These motherfuckers killing their wives and killing their wives' boyfriends and shit. And you're thinking, how in the hell does that happen? Well, I know exactly how it happens. Because I've been in that state of mind before. I mean, just fucking psycho. I mean, like, not just like mad and, you know, pushing somebody, like thinking like crazy shit. Because you're so upset with this fucking stuff. Hey, Drew. Yeah, I had a Cherokee 6, a Piper Tri-Pacer, Cessna 172, 182, Aerostar for about 6 months. Yeah, I used to really be in aviation. I really liked it. I had a good time doing it. But you know, here's another thing too. You really get familiar with yourself. You find out things, and this sounds nuts. But I can remember thinking, like, when I was like flying and stuff, I just thought it was like cool. Like now I'm like really into the sky. I've always been that way. Photographing it, moonrises, sunrises, all this shit. And a big reason I was interested in flying was to get closer to the clouds. It sounds nuts, I know. And I really, as I've gotten older, and even kind of then, man, I had my most fun like riding in a plane. I mean, flying it was cool, but I had to, or I wouldn't have been able to experience that stuff, you know. But I wasn't like one of these guys that just like is so addicted to aviation, you know. You just love planes. I like being in the air, no matter how I had to do it, atop a mountain, whatever. And now that I've gotten older, it's just not worth the expense to me. I mean, I could buy so much shit for what it costs to own an airplane, and it's worse now than it's ever been. I mean, it's insane what they're getting for these airplanes. And it's not like the old days, a Cessna 172. You don't need to be on your A game. The engine quit. You'd probably still survive unless you know, hit head on with something. But now with all this Cirrus and all this bullshit, this parachute stuff, fuck, it doesn't really even interest me. And I'll tell you, man, it sounds like romantic and cool. You got a small plane, you're going to go here, but it's a pain in the fucking ass. It's a pain in the ass to like go somewhere in a small plane. Yeah, I mean, you can get on a fucking airliner, 2 hours later you're there, like 2.5, like to Florida. You know, I mean, you think it'd be fun flying your own plane to Florida. It's a fucking pain in the ass. It takes forever. You're only doing like 130 miles an hour. You got to get a ride to the fucking hotel. It's just a fucking pain in the ass. You know, it's just so much easier, like flying commercial and stuff. You know, and it's expensive as hell. So I just like, I mean, like I took a van down to Kissimmee for Marty during that snowstorm. Man, I enjoyed myself so much flying in that plane on the way back. I took all those videos like a kid. And I really like reading about planes, reading stories about planes, keeping up with the market. And I like watching planes taking off and landing. Better than flying them. I do. So I'll probably never fly one again, which I'm fine with. I did that like so much, it was ridiculous. Hey, Clay. Yeah, and I thought about like doing it for a career at one time, but at the time back then, everybody was working for nothing. You're getting hired like as a first officer, fucking $12 an hour. Fuck that. It didn't pay enough. Always getting furloughed. All my buddies that flew airlines, about 7 out of 10 made it, and 3 are fucking still broke. You know, they didn't get picked up by major carriers. Like, look at this Spirit Airlines. I know 2 guys that fly for Spirit. They're about ready to get fucked out of everything. No shit. I know a couple flight attendants for Spirit too. You know, that was a scab airline. I'll tell you, the airline unions are strong. That ALPA, look it up, Airline Pilots Association, it's a strong fucking union. So, I mean, it's funny, man. I know guys who really made out by their airline getting bought out, and before you know it, they were flying this great shit 10 years later. And I know guys that You know, their airline got bought out. They went broke. They got furloughed. All of a sudden, the airline industry are down. They're flying around fucking car parts and shit for nothing. This old junk-ass twin-engine airplanes flying canceled checks between Federal Reserve banks. So, you just never know, man, how life's going to work out for you. But I have been one lucky motherfucker. I know that. I'm not shitting you. And I appreciate it, whatever the reason. I'm not religious either. I don't know if this cop's down here with a radar on or what. You know, of course, here, you know, in the liberal college town, the cops are the enemies. I don't see him sitting down there. Hey, Clay. Yeah, I tried gliders. I did skydiving for quite a while too. That was all right. I didn't really get into that much either. I had a balloon. I got a birthday present certificate for a balloon one time. I didn't even use it, man. I had a buddy of mine that did that, and he had one. I just wasn't even interested in it a bit. I don't know why. I mean, I've flown about maybe 6 ultralights. 2 on floats, 4, you know, with wheels. Not by myself, like tandem ones where you go up and they're trying to sell you one. And I don't think this is a cop car. And I didn't really like them. I'll tell you how, this is how I would explain it. You think of ultralight, you're just going to go up there for this reasonable cost and just look around, fly around these farm fields. First of all, they're dangerous as hell. Anytime you get out of a certified airplane, one that had to demonstrate safety, all bets are off. And you think of ultralight, if you don't know anything about aerodynamics, you think, oh, you just turn off the engine, yeah, just fucking land in your mom's backyard. Wrong. They have a terrible glide ratio. The difference between cruise, between full power and cruise is like 3 miles an hour. If you lose an engine on that fucking thing, if you ever go on YouTube, you look at ultralights that lose engines, the goddamn thing's almost pointed straight down. That's because there's so much drag. It's not aerodynamic at all. And because it's light and there's not that much weight to it, when you go to flare, it's easy to fuck that up. So you end up stalling and crashing from 20 feet and breaking every fucking bone in your body. They're super dangerous. More than that, they're super fucking loud. You got that propeller right behind you, even with a helmet and headphones on, it's fucking louder than a bitch. And besides that, it's bumpy as hell, noisy, they're slow, and they're dangerous. And I thought, fuck those, I'm not doing that either. So I never did it. I was tempted to, but after I did it, I didn't want to like be a quadriplegic, and it wasn't what I thought. It was like turning on an industrial fan and putting your head right next to it. I mean, yeah, you had a good view and super dangerous. So I didn't do it. No, fucking don't do it. Unless you want to be a quadriplegic. Every guy I know, and I wouldn't say friends with, acquaintances, got fucked up on an ultralight. One way or the other. And those engines are fucking shit. They're air-cooled, cheap engine. When the to be overhauled is 300 hours, that ought to tell you something. That's because they're running at full power all the time. Hot days. 300 hours is it to be overhauled? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, that's nothing. They're shit junk engines. Now, they're getting better. But it's just like, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. And I know 2 people that have gotten killed on them. Yeah, so I just decided not to do it. And really, I just, you think I'd like drones too. I got a drone, I've never even flown it. I don't know, it just doesn't really that, you get a drone, you take it up, you fly it over your house, and that's it. Goes in the closet. I don't like that. RC a little bit, but not that much. Hang gliding, no fucking way. I mean, I like the idea, but I think it'd be cool. I think those guys got balls the size of watermelons. There's no fucking, those wingsuits too, fuck that. Yeah, it'd be fucking crazy. Almost those guys kill themselves eventually too. I mean, it looks cooler than hell. I mean, you go on YouTube, they jump off this mountain or out of a plane or flying around like fucking Batman, going between these trees and shit. Yeah, who wouldn't want to do that? But fuck that too. And like hang glider, no fucking way. Absolutely not. It's cool as hell. I love watching them, like out in California. But no thanks. Yeah, don't do it, man. This is what I tell people about motorcycle riding too. The data is there, okay? Don't believe what I tell you. Go to an emergency room physician, talk to him, and look at the data on motorcycle accidents. I'm not talking about whose fault it was. And look at the chance of getting fucked up on one. And things continually get worse. I mean, it's way worse now with like texting and cell phones. Fuck that. I mean, look, if you're like a Christian and you think when it's God's time and it's not going to matter what I'm doing, I could fall on a banana peel in Walmart's or I could get killed on a motorcycle. If that's the way you think, well, then ride a motorcycle. Not me, man. I think I'm not a Christian. And I believe in probability and risk management. Flying an airplane, a certified airplane, is relatively safe. Way safer than riding a motorcycle. Flying an ultralight is not, which is why I don't do either one of them. Skydiving is relatively safe. Yeah, thrill seeking, but you know, thrill seeking's great as long as it doesn't ruin your life. And I wouldn't do that fucking bungee jumping either. I mean, it's kind of like climbing Mount Everest. You're a lucky motherfucker if you made it and a dumbass for trying if you didn't. You know, I can't quite figure out that either. These mountain climbers, smart guys too, doctors. Half those fuckers they found stiff as a board, frozen to death. Their body looks the same as it did when they froze to death 50 years ago. They were like successful guys. You know, it wasn't just some fucking hillbilly just shot in beer bar. Up there stiff, fuck that too. Climbing mountains. I mean, I'd like to go up there and look around from the top of it. But as far as climbing that fucking thing during a blizzard, fuck. Ain't happening. I think it's just like, it's another variation of human behavior. Why does anybody do what they do? Look at this kook that just shot Charlie Kirk. You know, it's just like, what the fuck are you thinking, man? These serial killers. What the fuck are you thinking? Hey, Peaches. Yeah, but it's like the chutes are safe. They're packed by a pro. It's almost hardly ever does one not open. I mean, the guys fucking themselves up are these chutes that you could steer around. They're more like a rectangle. And they're trying to do cool shit, skip across water, land in a football stadium on a windy day. But if you're doing it as just like airplanes, if you fly them within the envelope they're designed and you pay attention to the rules, all that shit there is to keep you alive. Look at the accident statistics on airplanes and buzzing. You know, they're buzzing picnics, they hit a wire, they clip a building. Look at Randy Rhoads when he played for Ozzy Osbourne. There's a fucking clown about 10 years before I moved to West Branch, 172 with his daughter. Fucking around, buzzing his parents' house. Ends up stalling the thing, crashing, punched a hole through the lake, and killed them both. I can give you all sorts of examples of people doing stupid shit in airplanes that got him killed. I didn't know them, but I would see them because they got fuel righted. 2 funeral directors killed themselves spreading ashes. Got down low. One of them kicked off an autopilot, and I'm not sure what the other one did. Crashed, spreading ashes. They were spreading their fucking ashes a week later. Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like I did buzz houses before, that's true. But I'm not saying it was a smart thing to do, but I'll tell you this. When I did it, I was familiar with where I was. I knew there were no wires. And I was going fast as hell. For some reason, when people buzz houses, they get slow. I don't know why, man. You want to be doing the opposite, and I did. Man, I was doing like VNA. When I buzzed a house, man, you couldn't have gone much faster. And no sharp turns. I mean, I was a safe buzzer, I guess. I'm still alive, so I must have done something right. And I had an airline pilot tell me early on, he said, when you're out there fucking around trying to impress your ex-girlfriend, you make sure you've been down there before during the day looking around. Because wires are hard to see. That was good advice. Wires are hard to see. I know the helicopter pilot for the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department. Great guy, Tom Gray. I went and saw him in the hospital. They decide they got a program where you fly over to the junior high or the grade school and you land in the thing and the kids come out and you give them a fucking police badge and show them your cool helicopter. So they were doing that, and he had a guy with him, and on the way back, the guy with him says, hey, my grandma, something like this, something along these lines. He says, hey, my grandma lives down along the Huron River down there. You think we could go by her house? Like, yeah, fuck yeah, no problem. And he told me he fucked up. I went and visited him in the hospital. So they go down there, and it just so works out, they're kind of making their way back to where they kept this helicopter. And they're flying along the Huron River, and the sun's starting to set. And he's looking there, looking for the house, probably both looking down. Clipped a fucking telephone wires that went across this small part of the river, right below the rotor. So it missed the wire cutters in front of the windshield. Crashed. Actually, he'd have drowned. Both of them would have drowned if it hadn't been an old lady that saw him. She went out there and pulled the fucking door open, undid their seatbelts. They were like semi-conscious. The one guy, the non-pilot, took a medical retirement. He fucked up his leg and his knees, and he had a back problem. And Tom Gray was fucked up too. Really nice guy. I went and saw him in the hospital. I know he's in there about a week, and basically he never came back to the sheriff's department either. I don't know what happened, but that was the end of the helicopter program with the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department. But it just goes to show you, man, you do stupid fucking things. You get low, you haven't been there, and you run into shit. I'll give you another example. When I was living in Chicago, I was always putting these big air conditioning units on the top of buildings, those helicopters. And I lived on the 32nd floor, and one day they're out there and they're putting this big old unit in a building, and I take a bunch of still shots of it, really good still shots. So I ran the registration on it and found it out, and I called the company. I said, hey, I just happen to be living down here downtown Chicago, and I got some really good shots of your helicopter, low, with that equipment. Would you like me to have some made and send to you? It's like, yeah, fuck yeah, it'd be great, man. Tell us what you owe. It's like, nah, nothing, man. It was cool, because I really took it for myself. I'll just print you a couple extra ones. So I printed them like 4 extra ones, and I sent them to him. About a month later, that same crew was on their way somewhere down south and clipped power lines in Indiana. Crashed and killed them. Killed both guys. Same 2 guys that were flying that day. Down there fucking around, never been there before. Weird. Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, they were buzzing a tour, but they were down there fucking around doing the wrong shit. You're not supposed to buzz things. He clipped the end of the bus. Yeah. And Randy Rhodes was just a poor, hapless passenger. They were in a V-tail Bonanza. Yeah. Well, you couldn't ask for a nicer night than tonight. It was absolutely beautiful out. It really is. A lot of cool buildings here in Athens too. And I had 2 friends get killed in motorcycles when I was in high school. And then I drove ambulance for a year, and I thought, fuck that, I'm not riding these either. Haven't been on one since. Still alive. But if you're like a religious guy and you think when it's your time won't be mattering what you're doing, well, then go ahead and ride them. I mean, if God's got your day picked out for you, it's not going to matter. Yeah. Aren't these cool buildings? I don't know what this guy gave $5. What the fuck he's up to? What, are you sniffing glue or what? There he is right there. Probably schizophrenic. Laughing to himself. But you know, when I gave him $5, he snapped right the fuck out of it and thanked me. Look at this cool top of the city hall in Athens. I just think I must have his fingerprint on this or something. Isn't that cool building? Beautiful. They got a lot of nice buildings. All these college towns do. I don't even know what these buildings are. What is it? Oh, post office. Post office. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, the architecture is really cool. See what this one is? I'm not really sure. Oh, a church. Presbyterian church. I think this is Greek Revival style. Greek Revival. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, aren't these cool buildings? Reminds me of Palm Beach. A lot of stuff like this. This looks like Frank Lloyd Wright stuff. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, here's what it is. Oh, this was the doctor's house. Dr. Moses Waddell. There's everything up here to do. That's why I come up here. See, just like this, walking around. Like I said, if there'd have been a better moon out tonight, I'd be on my couch outside. Look at this cool building. This steeple over there. A lot, yeah, I have spent a lot of time over there. Yes, I have, yes. Yes. I was down there when they raided Madoff's house. Yep. You want to have fun, go look at the real estate for sale in Palm Beach, Florida. Not Palm Beach County. Palm Beach, the island. Look at this cool building. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, there's crazy what those houses cost down there. They've got that. There's one like a Greek. It's a Greek design, but I know it went up for sale. Just go look at like at Palm Beach real estate. There's a guy up there flying around. So, you know, I'd love to be in that plane now. Oh, the last building? It'd be a beautiful, tonight's a beautiful night for flying. That building's cool too. Oh, did you really, Drew? Oh, no kidding. And I was down there at Kennedy compound when the Kennedys still owned it. I never saw any of them. Rush Limbaugh's house. I was on Palm Beach one time walking at night and ran into Rod Stewart kicking a soccer ball. And I used to eat at Testa's all the time, which was like no big deal. It was torn down. I don't know what they've done there now. Yeah, probably 172. Sounds a little throatier though, maybe a 182. Yeah, isn't this a cool town though? What were you saying about math? Yeah, Palm Beach is cool. I mean, they're down there, they'll pay $10 million for a house and tear it down. It's crazy. Right around from Marty's house in Hilton Head, they paid $1.5 million for that lot and tore the house down, built a new one. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, it's cool looking. Even like this one right here, it's cool looking. Even like the newer ones, apartments, cool looking. I mean, that's a lot, just in the idea that somebody sits down with a thought and makes it, and then they build it based on what they drew, and it's actually here where you can see it. Everything fits, you know, and the windows don't leak and the air conditioning comes on. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you're right, architectural lighting. Yeah, it's true. Yep. Oh, here's this guy here again. I don't know what his deal is. Boy, the deer, I've got like about 5 big ass deer that eat at my house every night. Hope they like make it through the hunting season. Big old racks on them. Let me see what this church is here. And you know, when you're around these college towns, they're all about just like this that I've been to, like on a Monday night in the fall. That's right, dinner taco mama down there. That's cool too, isn't it? That's cool too, I think. Yeah, I think it is. But even like, I don't know what that is up there. TV's on. Attention to detail, the metal. Well, I think I'm gonna head back. It's 44 miles, 55 minutes to get here. Yeah. Ann Arbor has some beautiful church. Chicago's got some really good church. You want to look a beautiful church up. Look up St. Joe's Church in Macon, Georgia. Catholic church. It's really beautiful. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to sign off because it gets too shitty of a signal just about 5 minutes southeast of here. Cell phone only. So I appreciate you guys coming on. Hope you have a good night. Hope you party all night. Okay, Chris, have a good night. See you, Peaches. Thanks, Janice. Drew, have a good night. Murph, you're still on there. Party on. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.